Nutrition in animals. Introduction. You have also learnt that animals are heterotrophic in their mode of nutrition. Animals get their food from various sources. Depending upon the food habits, animals are classified into following types. Animals that feed on plants are called herbivores. Examples of herbivores are cows, elephants, giraffes, etc. Animals that feed on other animals are called carnivores. Carnivores feed on the flesh of other animals. Examples of carnivores are lions, tigers, wolves, etc. Vultures, jackals, foxes, wolves, etc. are also called scavengers because they feed on dead animals. Animals that feed on both plants and animals are called omnivores. Human beings are a common example of omnivores. Some animals feed on living organisms, harming them in the process. They are called parasites. Lice, roundworms and pinworms are examples of parasites. Nutrition in animals. Animals are heterotrophic in nutrition. Food may be a small organism, a plant or an animal. Mostly animals thus consume solid organic matter as their food. Such type of nutrition in which food is eaten in solid form is called holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition in animals involves many processes. Let us now study these processes. Ingestion. Ingestion is a process by which food is taken in by organisms. It varies in different animals. 1. In simple organisms like amoeba, food particles are taken in with the help of pseudopodia. Pseudopodia are formed at any point of the cell surface where the presence of food is experienced. 2. In Hydra, the prey is paralyzed and taken inside the body with the help of tentacles. 3. The frog catches its food with the help of its tongue. 4. Birds take in food with the help of their beaks and claws. 5. Human beings, squirrels, etc. hold the food with their forelimbs and then put it into their mouths. Digestion. Digestion is the process of breaking down of complex food molecules into simpler molecules, and it is brought about with the help of special molecules called enzymes. There are two major types of digestion: intracellular digestion and extracellular digestion. The digestion which takes place within the cells is called intracellular digestion, for example, as in amoeba. The digestion which takes place outside the cells of an organism in alimentary canal is called extracellular digestion. This type of digestion takes place in human beings. Absorption and assimilation. The process by which the digested food molecules are absorbed by the intestine wall and sent to the circulatory system is called absorption. The absorbed food is then incorporated into living cells and used by the body for its growth. This is called assimilation. Digestion. Undigested food, dead cells and bacteria in the form of feces is thrown out of the body. This process is called digestion. In man, feces is excreted out through the anus. Nutrition in amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular animal. It eats microscopic plants and animals. Its body consists of a cell membrane. It does not have a mouth or a digestive system. On sensing food, amoeba puts out pseudopodia which surround the food particle and ultimately takes the food particle inside the body. The food particle inside the amoeba forms a food vacuole. Enzymes are released from the food vacuole which breaks down the food. Once the nutrients have been absorbed, the waste is thrown out. Nutrition in humans. The food which we eat passes through our body in a long tube called alimentary canal or digestive tract. In the alimentary canal, the food is digested. Human alimentary canal can be divided into following parts. 1. Mouth and buccal cavity. 2. Esophagus or food pipe. 3. Stomach. 4. Small intestine. 5. Large intestine. 6. Rectum. 7. Anus. The glands associated with the alimentary canal are 1. Salivary glands. 2. Liver. 3. Pancreas. The alimentary canal, along with associated glands, forms the human digestive system. Food is taken into the body through the mouth. This process of taking food into the body is called ingestion. Mouth and buccal cavity. The mouth contains the tongue, teeth, and salivary glands. The process of digestion starts in the mouth itself. The teeth cut and chew the food and grind it. Teeth. Humans develop 2 different sets of teeth in our lifetime, the temporary set and the permanent set. A. The temporary set. This is a set that starts appearing at the age of about 2.5 years and completes in about 2 years. These are also called milk teeth. B. The permanent set. There are 32 teeth in a permanent set. Permanent teeth are of following types. Incisors. These are flat and blade-like teeth placed at the front. Canines. These are sharp and pointed teeth which are present on either side of the incisors. Molars and premolars. These are broad teeth used for crushing and grinding the food. Tooth decay. Teeth are generally yellow and suffer from cavity formation. When we eat food, its particles get stuck in the spaces between teeth. Bacteria present in the mouth act on these particles and break down their sugars, thereby releasing chemicals called acids. These acids destroy the enamel or white part of teeth, thereby making holes or cavities. As a result, blood vessels or nerves of teeth get exposed. This condition is termed as tooth decay. Sticky food items like toffees, chocolates, etc. are major causes of tooth decay. Tongue. It performs the following functions. It mixes the food with saliva so that the enzymes present in saliva can act on it. It helps in swallowing the food. It helps us to taste food. It helps us to speak. The tongue recognizes 4 different tastes: sweet, salty, bitter, and sour, due to the presence of tiny structures called taste buds on its surface. Salivary glands. 3 pairs of salivary glands open into the mouth cavity. They produce saliva, which contains a digestive enzyme called amylase that converts starch into simple sugar. Pharynx. The tongue pushes the food into the pharynx, which is a common passage for both food and air, in parentheses, coming from nose. From here, the food passes into the food pipe. Esophagus or food pipe. Pharynx opens into the esophagus, which runs along the neck and the chest. Food from the pharynx enters the esophagus. Due to movement, food is pushed downwards towards the stomach. Food pipe opens into the stomach. Stomach. The stomach is the widest part of the alimentary canal. It receives food from the food pipe. The inner lining of the stomach secretes mucus, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. The digestive juices help to break down the proteins into simpler substances. The partially digested food from the stomach goes into the small intestine. Small intestine. Small intestine is a highly coiled, about 7.5 meters long tube. The absorbed food is passed into the blood system, through which the nutrients reach all parts of the body. Digestion in small intestine is carried out with the help of secretions from the liver and pancreas and digestive juices secreted by the small intestine. Liver. The liver is the largest gland of the body. Just beneath the liver is present a structure called gallbladder. Liver secretes bile juice of green color. This bile juice is collected in the gallbladder. It comes into the gallbladder through the bile duct. It breaks down large fat droplets into tiny droplets so that the digestive enzymes can act on them easily. It also makes the food alkaline so that pancreatic juice secreted by pancreas can act on it. Pancreas. It is a cream-colored gland present just below the stomach. It secretes digestive juice called pancreatic juice. Under the effect of various juices, the food by now becomes partly digested. This semi-digested food is then pushed into the lower part of the small intestine, where the digestive juice of intestine, called intestinal juice, acts on it. It acts on carbohydrates, fats and proteins present in semi-digested food and turns them into simpler forms. Carbohydrates into glucose, fats into fatty acids and glycerol, proteins into amino acids. Absorption in small intestine. The inner walls of small intestine have millions of finger-like outgrowths called villi, or singularly villus. These villi greatly increase the absorptive area of the intestine. Now the digested food in its simple form passes through the walls of intestine and enters the blood. This process is known as absorption. The blood takes these absorbed substances to various body organs. The glucose in cells is used to obtain energy. The food that remains undigested passes into the large intestine. Large intestine. Large intestine has no digestive function. It helps in absorbing water from the undigested food material. Rectum. The undigested waste material passes into the rectum, where it is stored as semi-solid feces. Anus. The feces remain temporarily stored in rectum, from where it is removed from time to time by an opening called anus. Nutrition in ruminants. Ruminants are hoofed, plant-eating animals which digest their food in 2 steps. Some examples are cows, buffaloes, etc. They have complicated stomach consisting of 4 chambers. Food that is swallowed goes into the first chamber, called the rumen. Here it is partially digested and is called cud. It then goes to the second chamber, from where it is returned to the mouth for thorough chewing. This process is called rumination. After chewing, the food is swallowed for a second time and then digested further in the remaining 2 chambers. It is finally sent to the small intestine, where the absorption of the nutrients occurs.